Okay, we will start. So today is a short session, not a very long session. Today is an introduction for the strategic level case study, May 2025 exams. I'm Channa Gunawardana. I'm the lead lecturer for Nanaska. I'm on the SEMA Global Council. I work as an executive director for a public listed company, and I work as a chairman for one of the government entities as well. So today's role is to introduce you to our course for strategic level case study May 2025. Now, let me briefly tell you what we are going to do. We are going to start our discussions from tomorrow based on two critical documents. The first one is called KYP, second one is called KYI. First document is called KYP, second document is called KYI. KYP stands for Know Your Pre-Seed, KYI stands for Know Your Industry. Know Your Pre-Seed and Know Your Industry. Why? Because first thing that we are going to do is to be familiar with the pre-seed given by SEMA for May and August 2025 exams. The step number one is to be familiar with the pre-seed. Right? That's the step number one that we are going to do. Once you are done with the KYP and KYI, very good. Then we have a stage number 3. So first one is KYP, Know Your Pre-Seed. Second one is KYI, Know Your Industry. Third one is what we call deep dive. We call it DD, that stands for deep dive. What do you mean by deep dive? Deep dive is where we go to the depth of the pre-seed. We challenge what is given in the pre-seed. We argue whether pre-seed is right or wrong. In the KYP, we are just trying to learn the pre-seed. In the deep dive, we go to the depth of it. We challenge the pre-seed. So first one is KYP, second one is KYI, third one is deep dive. The fourth one is what we call GR ground rules. What do you mean by that? What we are going to do in the section called ground rules is we try to learn what are the rules available in doing the exams. What you should be doing on the exam day, what you should not be doing on the exam day. What are the basic rules available in doing SEMA? KYP, KYI, deep dive, ground rules. The fifth one is what we call co-activities. SEMA has identified 5 co-activities based on which exam paper will be set. So there are broad 5 co-activities available. All the exam day questions will be based on those 5 co-activities. Therefore, stage number 5 is to learn about these 5 co-activities. So these are the first 5 things that we are going to do with you. Of course, that's not the end of it. The sixth step that we are going to do with you is what we call refresh theory. Sixth one is what we call refresh theory. You may have come through FLP program. You might not know the E3, P3, F3 theories very well. Or you may have done E3, P3, F3 that you can't remember anything about. Nevertheless, stage number 6 of our studies is refresh theory. All the critical theories from E3, P3, F3, we will be doing it for you again here. You don't need to go and read any more theories available. That will be stage number 6. Stage number 7 is what we call practice. What do you mean by practice? Stage number 7 is what we call practice. We give you one mock paper. We give you the answer for the mock paper. I will do the video for about 3 hours on that mock paper, where we try to see what kind of questions will come, what kind of answers needs to be given. That is section number 7. Section number 8 is what we call the reality. Reality. What is reality? Reality is we will give you 6 mock papers for you to do on the exam day, or 5 mock papers for you to do on the exam engine. Mock number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 mock papers will be given for you to do on the exam engine. So that will be a very good experience for you to learn a lot. That will be stage number 8. Stage number 9 has various things. One is a document called PI, possible issues. What do you think are the issues that examiner might test on the exam day? We go through a list of possible issues. PM, power mock. What is power mock? Power mock will give you a list of questions that might be there on the exam day from the theory. F3 questions, a separate document. A lot of people tell us F3 is the most difficult area. So we give you a separate document on that. And the last section is what we call revision and one-to-one support. So all together, we work with you on 10 steps in this course. 10 steps in this course. We will be working with you on 10 different steps in this course. And these are the 10 steps that we work with, which is given here. There's a question already. Will the mock paper questions based on the pre-seen material for May 2025? Yes. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. So these are the 10 steps that will be working with you. These are the 10 steps that will be working with you. So don't think that we will go in the exact same order. No need. First day we start with the KYP and the KYI. Third day, we will give you mock number 1. So you don't need to complete everything for you to go to mock number 1. We will do a lot of things parallelly. But these are the 10 steps that we are going to follow with you. Right? Right? Now, I would like to ask a question. Do you know what the case study for this time is? Do you know what industry the case study is from? Tell me what industry the case study is from. Do you know what the case study industry is? Do you know what the case study industry is? Okay. Now some people are saying satellite. Very good. So this is really a great industry for you to learn a lot of things. This is really a great industry for you to learn a lot of things. So instead of me trying to go through the KYP, don't worry. We'll start with the KYP tomorrow. But instead of going into the KYP, I am trying to show you something else. I am trying to show you a real world company that is available in the real world. This is a company called This is a company called Rocket Lab. This is a company called Rocket Lab. Right? Can someone confirm you can see Rocket Lab on the screen? Can someone just say yes if you can see Rocket Lab on the screen? You can, right? Very good. So this is a real world company. Name of this company is Rocket Lab. Name of this company is Rocket Lab. Can you see when you go into this company, first part is launch. You're going to launch a rocket here. Right? space systems. Then there's a About Us section. Let's go to the About Us and try to learn about this. You can see from this screen a rocket that is available. The name of the company is Rocket Lab. So I'm sure this company is doing something related to the rockets. Look at what do they do. Rocket Lab is an end-to-end space company delivering reliable launch services. So they do the launch services for spacecraft and satellites, right? So they launch the satellites for you. So if you ever need to send a satellite up, they will build the satellite for you and they will launch the satellite for you as well. So this is the company that we are talking about. These are the company that we are talking about. These are the company that we are talking about. Right? So if you do go into this organization, you will see they have done 63 launches so far. 224 satellites are there that were manufactured by them and launched by them. There are 224 satellites, right? Look at their customers. Look at their customers. More than 200 satellites deployed to orbit for our customers across commercial, civil, defense, and academic sectors. So they have done the satellites for NASA. Very good. Right? They have done the satellite for Canon. They have done the satellite for various different companies in the world. So this is very interesting organization. So if you go into 2006, that is when the Rocket Lab was founded. This is the launch. At year one launch, Rocket Lab became the first private company in the southern hemisphere to reach space. The first company in the southern hemisphere, not in the northern hemisphere. The first company in the world, first private company in the world to do that. First private company in the world to do that. Okay. Can you hear the video? Can you see and hear the video? I stopped it now, but were you able to hear the video as well? Okay. Okay. So that is what they have done in 2009. And look at the history, successfully demonstrated. So let's not go into all the details, but they have been growing very, very successfully over the period of time. They have been growing very, very successfully over the period of time. Right? And these are the institutes that support us, support our organization. Right? So what kind of a company are they? Just to understand, just to feel about it. So if you go through this website, you will be able to get a very reasonable view about organization. 224 satellites successfully deployed. In the world today, there are more than 10,000 satellites that is available in the orbit. There are more than 10,000 satellites that is available. The company that we have seen now, a real world company, you can write down their email address, go and check about them. That is, let me share that here, so you will find it easy to do that, right? So the name of the company, the website goes as rocketlabusa.com. rocketlabusa.com. You don't need to do that. We will go into detail tomorrow. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it is not a magical thing. It's a very simple thing. The first rocket that they launched, you saw the video, it was not a very complicated thing. These satellites are not very large satellites. We usually work with very small satellites. This is not like sending people to moon. Don't think it's very complicated. This is not like sending people to moon. This is just launching a satellite. There are more than 10,000 satellites that is available in the orbit already today. There are more than 10,000 satellites available in the orbit today. This company, they had 224, which is something that we need to learn about. So launching a satellite, as you have seen, is not a miracle, not a very difficult task. There are many companies who are manufacturing the satellite for you, and they will launch it for you as well. They will launch it for you as well. And they will give you the required support after you launch as well. They will give you the support after you launch it as well. Right? So what we have seen is a real world company called Rocket Lab. But our preceding company is not Rocket Lab. But here is our preceding company on the screen for you. So this is what you are looking at now, is what we call KYP. What you are looking at is what we call KYP. In the KYP, there will be 7 different areas available. We are going to start with the executive summary. So you can see so many satellites there. All the 10,000 are not there, but you will see so many satellites that are there. So we will design a satellite for you, for your purposes. We will launch it for you, and we will manage the satellite for you as well. So who will be your customers? I mean, who will come behind you and say, I want a satellite, I want a satellite? Of course, we will see it now, but who will ask you for a satellite? Google will have to have so many satellites to run the Google Maps. TV companies, radio companies will have to have satellites to do the communication. Some other companies will need to monitor what is happening in a certain part of the world. They will come to you and ask you to launch a satellite. So there are various different people will come to you asking us to design a satellite and launch a satellite on their behalf. That's what we do. That's what we do. So look at one-page summary of our company. Look at one-page summary of our company. Name of our company is Introductory. It is a public listed company. It's not a private company. I think it has to be a public listed company. Why? You need a lot of money. You need a lot of capital. So I think it is nice that it's a public company, because you need a lot of money. You can't launch a satellite without having a lot of money. So nice, it's a public listed company. We are in a country called Wexler, a developed country. However, we launch small satellites, less than 75 kilos. We manufacture small satellites, less than 75 kilos, and we launch small satellites that we manufacture. Right? So we manufacture a satellite and we go and launch it. Operations, what do? We got to look at what our operations are all about. Operations provide complete service to its clients. We provide the complete service. Complete service for what? Starting from an initial consultation. What is initial consultation? Initial consultation is you go to a client, come to you and say, I want a satellite. You're not going to build a satellite for them. You will ask why. What's the purpose? But you need to understand what the mission of the satellite is. Then you will give the advice of what kind of satellite that will match to them. What kind of other alternatives available. So we provide the entire services. We provide the entire services. A to Z, we provide the services. So when the client comes, there's an initial consultation for us to get to know. Continuing through to a launch, up to a time of you launch a satellite. And then after you launch, we don't just leave them alone. Operation of the satellite to satellites, and the entire ecosystem related to the satellite. We manage all of them. So we not only we just manufacture a satellite, we do even the launch. Now, we don't have a proper launching facility with us. We go and hire it from someone else, but we manage the entire launch event. Now, geographical range actually is a funny joke, because any satellite company will work for various companies in the world. You can't say I will do satellite manufacturing only for America, because different countries will need our services. What is the size of the company? We have launched 64 satellites. My gosh, there are 10,000 satellites available there. We have launched 64 satellites. The real world company that we have seen, Rocket Lab, they had launched more than 220 satellites. So we are very small compared to Rocket Lab. We have launched only 64 satellites, and has its own designing workshop and testing facility. It also owns its own ground stations. So this is the company that we are talking about. So it's not a complicated business. It's a very simple business. This is what we do. We design the satellite to match to the needs of the customers. We are specialized in designing the satellites. And first of all, we do a small satellite test it. Anyway, we work only on the smaller satellites, less than 75 kilos. Right? And then we launch. We do the coordination. We don't have a place where we can launch. Leo3 assists client in arranging a launch of satellites. We coordinate, we help, we assist. Working with launch service providers. So there are other companies who can do the launch for us. We go and coordinate with them. So we don't have our own launch service. That's okay. Not many companies do have it. Not many companies do have it. But if you remember, I don't know whether you remember, Rocket Lab, they have their own launch services. And how many locations do they have where satellites can be launched? Did you see that? Or did you not see it? The pre-seen company, it very clearly says, Leotron assists clients in arranging launch of satellites working with launch service providers. So we work with the launch service provider. We don't have a place of our own. But the company that you saw, the real world company Rocket Lab, they do have their locations for the launch. Has anyone seen it? No one has seen it. Then we go and check that again. Okay. Can you see the full screen of Rocket Lab now? Can you see the full screen of Rocket Lab? Very good. So let's go into, where do we go? Go into missions. What do you mean by missions? Missions is the purpose of a satellite. Upcoming missions. This must be the upcoming satellite launch. Wow. These are the upcoming satellite launch for them. Right? So lot to come. Lot of satellites to be launched by them. Right? If you want, you can go and read further details of one. If you want, you can go and read further details also. These are new satellites that they're going to launch. Right? Anyway, what I wanted to see is not this. What I want to see is how many locations do we have for the launch. Now you will see that some of you all saw it before, some of you all did not. So how many places do they have it? The pre-seen company, we don't have any. We use someone else's services. But this company, Rocket Lab, they have their own launch pads available. They provide the launch services on their own. So can you tell me how many do they have? How many do they have? They have three. But the pre-seen company, we go and use services of someone else. Then what do you mean by mission operations? After launch, Leotron may support the operation of satellite, ensuring they function as intended. We support them to ensure satellite function as intended throughout their expected lifespans and regularly communicate with ground stations. Right? Do you see someone in the background? Did you see someone in the background? No. Okay, he's the one in the background. Okay, so let's not concentrate about it, right? So we provide services after we do launch as well. So you need satellites for the communication. I mean, simple thing. The TV station, radio station needs to have a satellite there in the orbit for the communication. So it is not a very complicated thing. If you don't know what a satellite is, let's learn about it tomorrow. But I'm sure you will get a very good idea about what it is by looking at the real world company. What is our vision? Leotron's vision is to provide space-based facilities that can enhance the quality of life on Earth. Look at the mission. Leotron's mission is to lead the creation and operation of satellite. Creation. We build the satellite. We manufacture the satellite. Creation and operation. Operation is we launch and then we operate. Leotron's mission is to lead the creation and operation of satellite that meet the needs of client for space-based facilities. Very briefly, our mission statement explains what we are. Take 1 minute, read the mission again. Take 1 minute, read the mission again. So you will get to know what kind of a company that we are talking about. You will get to know what kind of a company that we are talking about. So I'm in the KYP, but the KYP talks about Rocket Lab as well. And we will now, when we start the work tomorrow, we will compare Rocket Lab with our company. What the similarities between Rocket Lab and us? What are the differences between Rocket Lab and us? So then we can go through this Rocket Lab company a lot, and we will be able to get a very good idea about our industry, learn a lot about our industry. In the pre-scene, they have given the risk that we face. Right? The risks that we face are given. Regulatory framework of the space industry is changing constantly. But I am sure biggest risk that we face is this: satellites can fail before their missions are completed. Satellites might fail. Some satellites fail just after the launch, and it will be a significant financial loss for us. It will be a very significant financial loss for us. Some satellites just launch and fail. Right? So that is a big risk available. Of course, other biggest risk are on the technology, because the technology is changing every day. So we will learn about all that when we do go to the pre-scene tomorrow. So we work with you from tomorrow on 10 different steps. First one, get to know the pre-scene, KYP. I was showing the PowerPoint presentation of the KYP. Second step, KYI. What is KYI? Know your industry, where we will try to learn about the industry, because, one second. Because unless you learn about the industry, you will not be able to learn about this company. So first step is KYP, second step is KYI. We will do that together. We will learn about the industry and we'll learn about the company. When you're strong about the industry, you find it easier to understand the company. Then we will go to the depth of the pre-scene. We will challenge the details given in the pre-scene. We will ask the question, is it possible? That is what you call deep dive. Then we will take a cool approach, and I'll tell you what you should be doing on the exam day and what you should not be doing on the exam day. It's an online exam paper, 3 sections. Each section is for 1 hour. 3-hour online paper of 3 different sections will tell you what you should be doing on the exam day and what you should not be doing on the exam day. That is about the ground rules. Step number 5 is co-activities. Okay, can someone tell me how many co-activities are available? Can someone tell me how many co-activities are available? Can someone tell me how many co-activities are available? I'm sure you know what the right answer is. Yes, there are 5 co-activities available. We will learn about those 5 co-activities. That is why we call it stage number 5. KYP, KYI, ground rules, deep dive ground rules, co-activities, because there are 5 co-activities available. That is our stage number 5. Stage number 6, refresh theory on E3, P3, F3. Stage number 7, practice mock paper. For you to look at the question and answers and feel, okay, what kind of questions might come on the exam day. Stage number 7, Reality. What is reality? You do mock number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 based on this pre-scene. We are trying to predict what kind of questions will come on the exam day on an exam engine that is very similar to See My Exam engine. When you try to go and do See My exams, you have an exam engine. We have something very similar to that. So it's a great reality test for you. Then we have a section where we have a lot of things like Kottu. There is a possible issues, power mock, F3 questions. The last section of the work that we do is called one-to-one support and the revision. Each mock paper that you do, we will provide you one-to-one feedback. One of our lecturers will go through your answer after you get your marks, each section wise, and tell you what you should be doing more, what you're doing great, and what are the mistakes that you need to get corrected. So those are the 10 steps that we do. Those are the 10 steps that we do. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Please type your questions right away. Please type your questions right away. Any questions? Please type your questions right away. Please type your questions right away. Okay. Looks like you don't have any questions. Therefore, I have few questions. Okay. So I'm going to ask few questions, and are you ready? I'm going to ask few questions, and are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to answer these questions. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to answer these questions. You need to answer these questions in 5 seconds. I'm trying to see how many people did answer in 5 seconds. Right? I'm trying to kind of give you 5 seconds to answer these questions. Okay. Question number one. There are 10 steps that we do with you in this course. Step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 steps available. In the 10 steps, can you remember the names of step number 3 and 4? Can you remember names of step number 3 and 4? Your 5 seconds start from now. Can you remember step number 3 and 4? Your 5 seconds start from now. Very good. A lot of people have given the right answers. Very good. Very happy. Deep dive and ground rules. Very good. Very happy. Okay. Question number 2. This time pre-scene is about a company that is manufacturing satellites, launch satellite, and operate the satellites for the customers. That is what we do. But we do only very small satellites. We don't do large satellites. We only do very small satellites. We will take him out, right? Don't worry. We will do very small satellites. What is the maximum number of kilos of a satellite that we do? What's the maximum number of kilos of a satellite that we do? Wow. Very good. Very happy. A lot of people have answered. Okay. So there is a real world company called Rocket Lab. There's a real world company called Rocket Lab. They are in America. They have launched many satellites in the past. They have launched many satellites in the past. How many satellites closest to 100. How many satellites have they launched? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600? How many satellites have they launched? Very good. 200 satellites. Very happy. Very happy. They launched 200 satellites. Next. Give me one basic purpose of a satellite. I mean, why do people want to send satellites? For what? What is the purpose of a company sending a satellite? Just give me one. I have discussed many. Just give me one. Of course. Very good. Why do you want to send a satellite? Maybe you are trying to do research to see what is happening in the Amazon forest. You need a satellite to see what is happening there. Radio, TV, communication, Google Maps. There are various purposes of it. Okay. Now this question is a tricky one. There's a real world company called Rocket Lab. Can you mention name of one of the customers of Rocket Lab? Can you mention name of one of the companies of Rocket Lab? I'm sure one you should remember if you are smart. Wow. A lot of people are giving the answer. Very happy. NASA and Canon had used this particular company to manufacture the rocket and to manufacture the satellite and launch the satellite through a rocket. So NASA and Canon are two customers of Rocket Lab. Right? There are 10 steps when we teach. And there are two sections out of those 10 where we work with you about the mocks. We work with you 6 mock. 1 mock is in one category, 5 mocks are in other category. There are two sections where we work with you on the mocks. What are the names of those two sections? Two sections out of 10 where we work with you about the mocks, 6 mocks. What are the names of those sections? Oh, a lot of people can't remember it. Practice and reality. Practice and reality are the names of those sections. Right? Here we go. Practice and reality, section number 7 and 8 are the two sections that we will work with the mock papers on the exam day. So if you can't remember, now you will look at it. If you can't remember, now you can look at it. Right? You can't remember, now we can look at it. I'm sure you can't remember this because I showed that slide only for a little while. I'm sure you can't remember this because I showed that slide only for a little while. I'm sure you can't remember, nevertheless. What is the name of the country where we are based? The pre-seen company. What is the name of the country that we are based? What's the name of the country? Wow! A lot of people could remember it. My God. A lot of people could remember it. Yes, Wexler. Very good. Okay. Looks like you have been listening carefully. Looks like you all can remember a lot of things. I'm very happy. So join with us. We'll start the course tomorrow. How to join? Send an email to info@nanaska.com. Send an email to info@nanaska.com. Or you can send me a WhatsApp message if you need my help. Right? If you need my help, you can send me a WhatsApp message. I am the lead lecturer for Nanaska. We are specializing the support for the case study. Last time when we got the results, the highest marks for the country came from a student who studied with us. So join with us, and I will ensure sessions are enjoyable, and I will ensure you learn a lot, and I'll ensure you pass the exams. My WhatsApp number is there if you want to send me a message as well. So goodbye and good night. Send a message today now. Do register now. We'll start the game tomorrow. All the sessions will be recorded. If you miss a session, you can come back and watch it. And the live sessions, you can ask questions, clarify. We'll have a very active LMS, learning management system, where all the PowerPoint presentation videos are recorded. We'll have very active WhatsApp group where you can ask questions and clarify. And the class timing will be advised by admin. Please send them an email. They will sort it out for you. And thank you very much. Good night. Goodbye. Let's launch a nice satellite tomorrow. Let's launch a nice satellite tomorrow. And it's not a difficult task. There are 10,000 satellites available already. Good night. Goodbye. Take care.